Welcome to the 21 Lines of Inquiry podcast that's all about helping you discover your UCW, your unique contribution to the world. Join us as we delve into the 21 questions that will help you be more intentional about bringing your gifts into your career and your life overall. So when you're ready, let's get started. Hi, it's Anita, and in this episode, we are going to look at the question, what is it that excites you yet also scares you in your career? This combination of fear plus excitement is often a wonderful indicator that a golden opportunity is here for you to move closer to your UCW. That's because the more you want something, the more the stakes increase for you of not getting it. And so the more natural it is for you to feel the fear increase as part of that process. Now, I want to be clear here, it is the combination that's critical here, the presence of both fear and excitement, which is key. So if something simply scares you, but there's no excitement or desire to do it, then that's not what I'm referring to here. So as I think about my own answer to this question, there are two experiences from my own story that come to mind and that I'd like to share with you, where I felt incredibly excited by pursuing an opportunity in my career, but also terribly scared. And each time finding the courage to take the risk and step over my comfort threshold resulted in huge growth for me, both personally and professionally, and helped me to align my path more closely with my own UCW. So experience number one happened back in the late 90s when I was 27. I was given the opportunity to go to work in the Hong Kong office of my law firm. Now, this sounded terribly exciting to me, but the deal was I'd have to go for 2 years, and this just seemed like an awfully long time, so I was hesitating. Now, my parents, who I think could probably see I'd got into a bit of a London rut, were encouraging me to go. And I remember one day, as the deadline to give my answer was looming, my mother said to me, "Anita, what exactly is it you're worried about?" Now, this was a brilliant question as it made me stop and reflect. What was it that was actually scaring me here? Finally, I said, well, if I go to Hong Kong now, then in 2 years, when I come back, I'll be almost 30. My mother looked at me and smiled. But Anita, she said, if you stay here and don't go, then in 2 years' time, you'll still almost be 30. She was right, of course, and what was scaring me was having to commit to something in advance to close down my options. But actually, by keeping my options open for some hypothetical event, I was potentially missing out on a massive opportunity that was here now, staring me in the face. And so I said yes. And going to Hong Kong proved a massive growth experience for me, both personally and professionally, and helped me to leave law, which was something that I'd kind of fallen into, and get onto a path that was more suited to me. Which brings me on to the second experience number 2. Fast forward a few years to 2013. By this point, I have long left law. I've done an MBA, I've completed a couple of business-facing corporate jobs in marketing and private banking, and trained as an executive coach. However, I'm still employed in a bank, albeit now in a role where I'm allowed to coach internally as part of my job. Yet what I really want to do is set up my own business. This is what now excites me more than anything, yet it also terrifies me. What if I don't get the work? What if I don't make any money? What if? The what ifs are endless. Now, there's every reason in the world not to do it, yet something in me won't be satisfied until I do. So eventually in 2014, the opportunity to take voluntary redundancy arises, giving me a financial buffer. My husband tells me, what's the worst that can happen? If it doesn't work out, you can always go back and get a job. I finally make the decision to do it. And now, nearly 8 years later, at the time of recording this, the Career Intelligence Academy is thriving, and I haven't looked back once. Yes, it's been hard at times, and yes, it's brought its own challenges. But following that fear plus excitement combo prompt definitely has brought me onto the right path and in alignment with my UCW. for now. Who knows where it will redirect or when, and that's the beauty of it. So what about you? Take a few minutes now to reflect. What are the fear plus excitement combo prompts in your life? Looking back, can you think of any examples of a time when you have been excited about something yet scared and you've done it? Or maybe you haven't done it and could reconsider it now. And then what about now in the present, at this moment in time? What is both exciting and scary for you today? And what could that be telling you about your UCW? So take some time to reflect on this, and then when you're ready, I'll see you in the next episode.